up, bros and nose? It's Ashley or Optic MiDNiTE. Today we're sitting down to do another Q&A video. The Q&A is where you guys ask me questions over on Twitter, and just recently I actually ended up making a playlist of all the Q&A vlogs I've done, and this is episode like 56, 55, 50 something. We have over 50 Q&A vlogs. Like, that is insanity. So I've answered a ton of questions. It is kind of hard for me to sometimes like either re-answer questions or try to get questions that I haven't answered. So I'm gonna put a link down in the description if you guys just want to see more Q&A vlogs from me. There's a playlist in case you didn't know that existed. Now you know. But let's get into the questions. Also, I got like a new, I don't know if you guys like when I use my webcam and you can see that side of the camera, or if you guys like being able to see my whole setup in the background. I don't know, but let's just try it. I'm usually a little more hesitant to use my GoPro instead of the webcam, just because the mic quality is not quite as good. But either way, let's get into it. Danny asks, would you rather live a vegan or Amish lifestyle? So you guys were throwing a lot of would you rather questions at me this week, which I found to be really interesting. I think the obvious answer for me here, instead of living an Amish lifestyle where there's, you know, not really access to technology, I mean, I'm glad that I grew up without like cell phones and stuff like that. And before the internet is when I grew up as a kid, but having technology now is freaking amazing, and I think going vegan would be, I guess, the healthiest choice for me to do. So I'd go vegan and then, you know, still get to play with my telephone and all that kind of stuff, and play video games, of course. Andrew asks, was there a point when you thought about giving up YouTube? Yeah, there was many times when I thought that it just wasn't gonna work out. Most of those times were before I was streaming. So the first summer that I got into Optic, my laptop, like I couldn't use it anymore. Like, it didn't work out for me, and so I wasn't able to make videos. I was really stressed out. Hector, Optic, you know, Optic Gaming Hector, he was actually the one who helped me out in that situation. You know, he loaned me some money, helped me out, give me a new computer and stuff like that. So that helped amazingly. Without that, I might have quit. And then a few months after that, I almost quit. I was just not in a happy place. I didn't really thoroughly enjoy the Black Ops 1 game that was out. And then I almost quit during that because I was like, I had a job and I don't know, it wasn't financially good enough for me to support myself, so I almost quit at that point too. But aside from that, so that was like the first year or two of YouTube. Aside from that, once it started really, you know, snowballing and I started getting the ball rolling, this ended up being a really awesome thing, obviously. Vitality wants to know, I'm always curious about this with gamers, how did you decide on your name? So obviously, I've had this question asked before, how did I come up with the name MiDNiTE? Originally, my channel and my gamer tag at the time when I started YouTube was Threat Level MiDNiTE, or it was like a shortened variation of that. If you don't know where that's from The Office, one of my favorite shows of all time. Michael Scott wrote a screenplay called Threat Level MiDNiTE. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, so that was my gamer tag, that was my YouTube. Everyone just kept calling me MiDNiTE, you know, when I would sign on or whatever, so I cut it to MiDNiTE, then I got an Optic, and now I'm Optic MiDNiTE. Dread the Competition asks, would you rather shave Simba and eat all of his fur, or use his dirty kitty litter as a bath bomb for 7 days straight? I'm thinking about trying to eat all of my cat's fur and just picturing how horrible that would go. Like, I literally don't think I would be able to swallow all of his fur. But at the same time, bathing in like feces is pretty terrible. But I'm thinking about it, so like, if I just took his litter and I put it in the bathtub and I sat in it, I could just put it at the foot of the bathtub, and it's not like I have to like wash it around, you know, it just would be in the bath with me. So like, but I have to do that for 7 days straight? Like I can't get out of the bathroom or I can't get out of the bathtub for 7 days straight, or I have to, every time I shower, I have to sit in the... Dude, both of those options are terrible. I guess I would do the bath bomb and I would just like never leave my place for 7 days and just endure it. And then when I got done with it, I would just take the craziest like cleanse, shower, bath thing ever without the freaking shit. Hickory asks, rapid fire time, Chipotle or Qdoba? Chipotle, but I love Qdoba as well, but I mostly Chipotle. I haven't had Qdoba in a long time. Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? They don't have Dunkin' Donuts here, so Starbucks. Ranch or Caesar? Caesar. Uggs or Crocs? I don't wear either of those shoes ever. Husky wants to know, would you rather shave your head or grow a mustache? That, I mean, it's so hard to answer would you rather questions because a lot of it's situational. Like, how long would I have to have the mustache for? How the hell would I grow the mustache in the first place? What would it look like? Like, would it be a full-on, like, I don't know. So I guess my answer would have to be shave my head, because, you know, I could just shave it and it'd look fucked up for a while, but, you know, I'd rock a lot of hats and eventually that hair is gonna grow back because I don't really know how long I'd have to have that mustache for. So I guess I would just shave my head. And yeah. Tom asks, honest opinions on Twitch versus MLG and the role MLG has with growing Call of Duty competitive. So I knew this question was coming, and I know you guys are gonna think, oh my god, she's so biased because she's partnered with MLG and she's just only gonna say good things. So let's be real for a sec. This is probably the question I'm gonna take the longest amount of time to answer. So I moved to MLG, obviously it's almost been a year ago at this point, and I did that because a majority, like a huge majority, like a huge percentage of the popular Call of Duty streamers were moving to MLG. I stream other things besides Call of Duty, but a majority of what I stream is Call of Duty, so I saw that as like, even though this is a new platform, like this is gonna be the best opportunity for me at this time, so I took it. And I'm happy with MLG. I like streaming on MLG. The platform's only getting better and better. It's improving pretty quickly if you think about it. So what do I think about the whole growth of esports, and do I like Twitch? Twitch is great. Twitch is a wonderful site. I still watch streams on Twitch. It's still a good site. It's the #1 streaming platform. The amount of traffic that Twitch gets is literally insane when you look at the numbers. But MLG, I feel like it's unfair for people to say that it's not growing esports because it's a baby. MLG, the streaming platform, is a baby. It's less than a year old. You have to give it more time. The first year of Twitch, when Twitch went from Justin TV, what was their first year like? What was their first year of growth? How much impact did it have on esports in its first year? I think these are interesting questions. It's not to take away from Twitch. I think, like I said, Twitch has a huge esports audience. It's insanity. But I feel like there are many other variables that conflict with Call of Duty esports growing as a whole, rather than just which streaming platform should it be on. I think it comes down to the game. I think Call of Duty is not worldwide. It's not sold worldwide. There's huge markets in Asia that it doesn't even touch. I mean, I can see that Activision is trying to kind of wiggle their way in there. They got Call of Duty Online, if you guys don't know, is released over in China right now. And so they're trying, but it's not a worldwide game. It's not a PC game, which, you know, it depends on what console you have. And then even then, if you have a PS4, oh my god, all the competition's on Xbox One, so now I have the wrong console. And console gaming is just, I don't think, as popular or has lasted as long as PC gaming. PC gaming has just exploded, especially like within the last decade. So is console gaming, but there's just a large market on PC. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go on your PC and spend $12 to get CSGO, or are you gonna buy a $500 console, a $60 game, a $200 controller, a $200 headset, DLC? You know, like, you see what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of other factors that factor into Call of Duty esports growing as a whole, that doesn't have to do with the streaming platform. Now, back to your original question, which platform do I think is better for Call of Duty esports? It's hard to say because there's not been enough time to really say if it's been a good or bad or neutral thing or not. Obviously, newer fans coming in from Twitch and seeing Call of Duty on like a main page, or like, oh my god, 100,000 people are watching this, I want to watch that, you know, that is a good point. But MLG, the platform in this next year, its second year, it's gonna boom. They're gonna get a lot more streams. I'm assuming they're gonna have a lot more things on it besides Call of Duty, and I feel like we just have to give that more time to see what happens with that. So I hope that was a good answer. If you guys have a different opinion, I have no problem with that. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, because it's something that obviously it affects me. It's important to me. I love Call of Duty esports. I think the other esports are great. I obviously don't pay as much attention to League of Legends, CSGO, and stuff like that, but I do pay attention to the numbers, and you know, all the other esports are huge. But for Call of Duty's sake and Call of Duty esports wise, I don't think a streaming platform is going to make or break that. I think it comes down to the game, it comes down to the community, and it comes down to the organizations to really help it grow. It doesn't really matter if where it's being streamed, to me right now anyway. So we'll see how it goes though. It's definitely it's in its infant stages on MLG, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So I know that was a super long answer to your question, but I knew that I would get asked that question, and I wanted to give like my truthful, honest answer, just like you asked for. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me here today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it if you did, and like I said, check out the playlist down below of the other Q&A episodes that you may have missed, or if you just, if there's a question that you see I answered in the title that you might want to learn more about me from, go check that out. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace.